Now this is how you do an oriental. Hi guys, how's everyone doing? How is your Friday? I hope it is wonderful. If you work weekdays and you're off the weekend, yay for you. You are going to have a great weekend. I can just feel it in my bones. Today I'm reviewing Epic Woman by Amouage. Oh, lordy lordy lord. Praise the Lord. This is an oriental fragrance. It came out in 2009 and like I just said, this is how you do an oriental fragrance. Amouage are probably the king or queen of the orientals. I have been just falling head over heels, delving into all kinds of Amouage fragrances, falling down an Amouage rabbit hole if you will. And this is the next one I'm choosing to review. So let me just, I want to start by reading you know, what their vision is behind this fragrance so you can kind of get an idea. So it's called Epic. I have had a big sample. I have worn the big sample. It says, this spicy oriental fragrance is inspired by the eternal legends of the ancient Silk Road from China to Arabia. In the mystical twilight with the desert wind blowing against her veil, she follows the guiding light in search of the long-lost aria. Beyond truth and immortality, a legend is born. So it's based on the spice route, basically. The Silk Road, one of the most famous routes in the world. So many perfumes, so many perfume ingredients travelled that road. So many perfumes are based on that road. I've watched countless programs, so I'm pretty much really excited about this fragrance, and yay. I'm just going to stop there for the yayness. Oh god, the light's changing, so I do apologise. So let me go through the notes with you. Wow, Amouage note combinations and pyramids are always just like, wowzers, what's going on? I can't wait to see what that's going to smell like. Yeah, stop gushing. So the top notes are cumin, pink bay and cinnamon. Cumin can go horrifically wrong in fragrances. It's a very, very scary note. It can make things smell like proper underarm body odour, or even curry, just all kinds of things. Let me tell you, it behaves in this fragrance. We'll start by saying that. The heart notes are Damascene rose, or Damascus rose, I guess that is, geranium, jasmine and tea. Great little one to put in there because I'm guessing tons of tea went down that route. Sorry, I thought I'd written down the base notes, but I haven't, so I'll do it on my phone. The base notes are amber, musk, oud, frankincense, gaiac wood, orris, sandalwood, patchouli and vanilla. So their bases are always so packed out with amazingness. Just absolutely love them. So let me tell you what it smells like. Let me spray it on my hand, okay? Wow, I just didn't spray it properly and a whole massive drip just went on the carpet. What a waste. Okay, so the first thing that hits me about this fragrance is how very, very intricate it is. Amouage fragrances always kind of take you on a journey. They're surprising. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. They are very opulent, and this one I feel like is at the epicenter of their entire collection. Or should we say epic centre for review purposes? Oh god. Oh god. I feel like if you had only ever... let me get this right. I feel like if you only ever smell one Amouage fragrance and no others, smell this one and you will get an absolute instant feeling for what this entire company's aesthetic is, what their theming is, what their fragrances are all about. I feel like this is the centre of their collection and everything else is around it. It is exactly Amouage summed up in one fragrance for me. So intricate, so many things jump out at once. I don't even know where to turn, I don't know what to tell you about first. I get incense straight away. I get incense, I get woods, I get a very crisp, really, really crisp incense. High pitched, really like, woo, like that when you smell it. It's amazing. I get that straight away. It's not a smoky incense, it's a much more kind of resinous but very, very crisp incense. I get this dry cumin, which never goes skanky. I can smell a freshness from tea, and I can smell a very strong rosy combination coming from geranium and this Damascus rose. Now, when I say strong rosy combination, I don't think that it's a rosy fragrance. There's far too many other things vying for attention with this one, but that's the main floral kind of element of it. I can't really smell jasmine too much. It's more about a rosy tea with loads of incense and a skanky cumin. It feels like it's ancient. I feel like these are the smells that you would smell if you walked past a caravan of people on the Silk Road. It's really, really conjuring up a lot of images, and it's kind of breathtaking, I'm not going to lie. You know when a fragrance just makes you feel like you've gone somewhere? That is one of the best things that happens when you can smell a fragrance, when you really feel maybe another time or place, and this one is doing it right now. It feels green, and I'm not sure why. I don't know where the greenness is coming from. I know the bottle is green, but that's not why I think it smells green. It's kind of got a dry herbalness going on in there as well. Think of ancient Egypt. Think of spices, but not kind of peppery or anything like that. Think of more Arabian type spices. It's got a crispness about it. There's no, I know it's got vanilla and stuff in the base, but that's kind of, ignore that. The whole thing is very sharp and kind of crisp, and so many things dance around when you smell it. I could just need to calm. But Gaiac wood, I've always said, you might have heard me say it a million times, it kind of smells a little bit like bonfire, like scorched wood. And I get a tiny, tiny whisper of that in the distance, like there is a fire burning somewhere really, really far away, but it's only a tiny wisp, so don't let that put you off if you don't like smoky things. It really is more about the frankincense. Now I need to say something about oud, because oud is obviously very typically Arabian. Amouage are a company from Oman. They are amazing at placing oud in fragrances without the oud taking over or becoming too aggressive. They always place it so perfectly that it just adds a feel to the fragrance where you can tell it's an Arabian fragrance, but it's not just shouting oud at you, which I get so sick of if I'm going to start ranting. Whenever I see an oud fragrance now, I just kind of switch off, because I know that's just going to be the main thing and everything else has to take a back seat. With Amouage, they know exactly what they're doing, so super impressed. So anyway, this is wet on my hand now. I'm going to kind of just go away for a minute, have a cup of tea, as us Brits do, or coffee in my case, and let it just dry a bit and then come back to you in a minute. Okay, I'll speak to you soon. Okay, so it's been drying for about half an hour now, and it has changed a bit. What I'm getting from it now is I can feel that it's maybe getting a bit drier, and I keep smelling something in here that feels like it might be a little bit roasted, kind of. Like when you roast dry spices and they have that really earthy kind of tone to them. So I think the cumin is playing quite a big part in this, but it never smells like BO, which is great. And I sometimes get whiffs of actual real wood, like real wood shavings. Not Gaiac wood, because it smells like bonfire, but like an actual real woodiness. Maybe like the carts that they used to push the stuff around on. I feel like as well, and this is a really tough one because you have to really, really smell it, but I can definitely feel a more delicate floral right underneath in the undertone. And this does have orris in it, or iris, so I can feel that there is something giving it just a touch of something a little bit softer and gentler, but all of the other stuff is way over the top. But that's if you really smell it, there is a delicate softness under there, which is, it's so much, guys, it is so much. That's why I always encourage people to smell Amouage fragrances, because they are like nothing else, really. They are their own thing. Okay, just going to wait for the dry down now. Okay, so I wanted to mention that when I smell this in the air, when I kind of waft it like that, that's where it's at its most gorgeous. So that's how it's going to smell when other people smell it on you. That's always a weird one, up close and in the air. Fragrances smell completely different. But in the air, it's so spectacularly gorgeous. I mean, it smells very much, it smells very rosy when it's in the air. This Damascus rose and geranium are creating this combo in the air that it's definitely much more rosy when it's like that. And there's still lots of frankincense. So you have this gorgeous kind of crisp rose in the air that's pretty, with a massive twist of very, very crisp, clean, and almost green incense, and that is stunning. Wow, I need to get this one. Okay, better get my wallet out and break the bank. A fragrance hasn't excited me this much in a really long time. This is really weird. I do apologise that I'm gushing, because you might not even like it. Yes, the lighting keeps changing because the sun is going in and out of the clouds today. So we're going into the dry down stage now, and it hasn't really changed much from when it was in the heart note area. It's still very rosy, it's still got that kind of green incensey feeling, it's still very crisp, and it feels a little bit citrusy. I must say that this is really opulent, this is really in your face, it's very, very complicated, and if you're into more subtle things, this might not be for you, but if you know Amouage already, you will know that they don't really do things by halves. This is a lot of stuff. But it is going to where it needs to go, which I really like. It's actually getting a little bit prettier. That powdery undertone that I could smell before has disappeared. I don't know where that's gone. But yeah, great. Great, great fragrance. Really, really good. This is probably the 3rd or 4th time I've worn it. I do think that the original formula of this that was out years ago probably would have been monstrous. I feel like this is manageable. Amouage fragrances are expensive, that's a given. I think it's the quality of ingredients they use and the compositions maybe, I don't know. And the packaging is always beautiful. But I get about 9 or 10 hours out of this. It does become not a skin scent, but it's a rosy waft that comes off of your skin. A very oriental smelling Arabian rose at the end of it, with lots of incense. And that's pretty much all I can say because I think I've said enough. Anyway, oh my gosh, try it, it's really, really cool. If you want to get samples of this, or if you want to go and buy this fragrance, they sell it over at notino.co.uk or .com. I'll post links below. I hope you guys liked this review. I certainly enjoyed wearing it, and I think I'm going to wear it today, properly now, and just bathe in it, or what's left. Anyway, I'm Amouage below, click my logo down there to subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon for another review. Goodbye.